20% of the working population. The success of an earlier project, Agri-PME, launched in 2016 to distribute government subsidies to 250,000 vulnerable farmers, proved that people will make use of digital solutions if they have a tangible impact on their daily lives. Approximately 60,000 farmers have already registered for the ULIM program and are already benefiting from access to improved machinery and inputs thanks to almost $9.2 million we have disbursed in credit through digital means. So this pandemic is really a call for us, for all of us, to innovate and innovate fast. While the pockets of innovation we are seeing in the wake of the pandemic are promising, for fintech-enabled business models to be even more beneficial in Africa, there are a number of prerequisites we need to address over the next decade. I will highlight 3 of these. Number 1, ID for all. First, governments need to work on establishing robust, interoperable digital foundational IDs to all citizens. This will be critical to reducing the cost of KYC procedures for service providers who would like to offer useful services such as micro-insurance, loans, and pay-as-you-go devices to excluded populations. An estimated 1 billion people around the world have no legal proof of identity. Almost 50% of these people are in sub-Saharan Africa. They have no basic legal identification, as existing civil registrations do not reach the entire population. Women, rural dwellers, and the most vulnerable groups are disproportionately affected by the lack of ID, making it difficult, if not impossible, for them to do essential things like opening a bank account, enrolling kids in school, benefiting from health insurance, or even getting a mobile phone number. Digital IDs that are universal and interoperable will unlock vast opportunities from cross-border services enabled by fintech to emerge in the imminent era of the African continental free trade area. We need to identify everybody and give them biometric proof of ID. It will be the foundation upon which fintech-enabled business models will be able to thrive. In Togo, with $72 million in World Bank funding, we are deploying a brand new biometric ID system to fulfill this need. Slated for launch in 2021, it will provide every Togolese with a unique proof of identity regardless of their social and economic status. Second, as fintechs continue to grow in scope and complexity, we need to make sure that people's personal data are processed, transmitted, and stored according to a set of standards that ensure data security, privacy, and trust. You may have heard the catchphrase, "Data is the new oil," which illustrates the value of data, especially within the context of artificial intelligence and big data analytics. As digital platforms continue to make our society more productive, people will continue to trust these platforms with their data. However, we need to make sure that people's sensitive data are adequately protected from exploitation and misuse. Governments have the power to set up the appropriate legal and regulatory framework to guarantee this. Over the last couple of years, we passed Togo's cybersecurity and data protection laws. Thanks to a PPP between the Togolese government and the Polish IT firm Asseco, we have set up Cyber Défense Africa, which is a company that provides world-class cybersecurity as a service to essential service providers in Togo and entities using fintech solutions. Number 3, finally, governments need to adopt reforms to promote interoperability of payment systems and cross-border solutions, which will stimulate growth and adoption of fintech-enabled business models. A few days ago, I spoke with Dare Okuju, CEO of MFS Africa. He envisioned a future where, thanks to fintech, financial transactions become as easy and second nature as making phone calls and sending text messages. I would like to conclude here by saying that fintech creates immense value for people and businesses in Africa. New business models like pay-as-you-go enabled by fintech provide a compelling argument to redefine our approach to inclusive development. However, the unprecedented times we live in compel us to innovate and address long-standing issues of inequality in access to fintech-enabled services. For the next 10 years, we must focus on building universal digital IDs for all, put mechanisms in place to ensure cybersecurity and data protection early on, and make payment systems interoperable. We have the potential to reinvent the way we provide valuable financial services to our difficult-to-serve populations. I am here reminded of a conversation I had with Jack Ma during his visit to Togo last year, where he described this vision as TechFin as opposed to FinTech. TechFin for him means that we should never focus on the technology itself, but about how it empowers people to chase their ambitions and have a chance at prosperity. Like him, I agree that technologies can help the African continent fashion its own approach to development, and pioneering fintech-enabled models will have a vital role to play in this. This is a vision that all Africans should own and participate in. As Africans, we are the only ones responsible for building the bright future that we want. May this vision guide us all as we continue to innovate and build. Have a great summit, everyone, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Lawson, for that really encouraging speech. We all are looking forward to 2021, considering how 2020 has been. So for me, I told you I was excited to meet you. It really was important to have a look at the past in order to see the value of what we're building together as a continent for the future. So now, if everybody is ready, there are some great panels lined up for you. Take everything that you've heard from Honorable Lawson, and we have AgTech, e-commerce, ProTech, and FinTech-enabled models. And I believe that later on there will be an impact investment panel for startups. So enjoy the rest of the summit, and we will see you back here for the closing note in approximately 3 hours. Have a great day.